There are a number of such developments already in the Gulf, and I'd like to think that you can achieve a good environmental solution at the same time as a good commercial solution. Many developments are developed on the basis of a grand idea. Maybe the grand idea is the shape, but that hasn't been the case in this development. The grand idea here really has always been the environment.
With a project of this ecological significance, it was essential that they got it right, and right first time. Before work began, they commissioned this, an environmental impact assessment, which calculated the environmental cost and benefits of building here. This document would drive the whole design. It soon became clear that the environmental challenges went way beyond the skills of most engineers, and so they called in an expert, British marine biologist David Jones. Professor David Jones is a leading expert on the marine biology of the Gulf. The United Nations first brought him to Kuwait to audit the damage of war with Iraq, so he approached this vast new development with a deep knowledge of the flora and fauna of the region.
I think if I hadn't been a biologist, I might have been an engineer, because I think both together we are trying to create and solve problems.
We brought David Jones onto the project so that he could help from an early stage to influence the design, rather than is so often, unfortunately, the case with designs that, a design is prepared and then later try and justify its impact on the marine environment.
David Jones soon became a key member of the team. He needed to agree with the idea that a vast construction project like this could actually improve the environment rather than damage it.
It was suggested not to build in the sea, but in the desert, and bring, if you like, the sea to the desert rather than the reverse. And I think, immediately, to me, this is a wonderful idea.
All construction impacts upon the environment, but here this will be mitigated by creating a new marine environment as the heart of the project. The environmental impact assessment findings became the team's overriding manual. It was a risk. They set up a rigorous testing system to monitor this, to make sure that the ecological balance sheet stayed in credit. This is where David Jones's expertise was vital, working hand in hand with the engineers.
If you have the right company, I don't see that biologists should have any disagreement with engineers. I mean, it's simply, you're all looking at a common problem and looking for a common solution.
As a new millennium dawned, it was time to turn Khalid Al-Mazouk's dream into reality. The engineering challenges alone were immense and unpredictable. Meeting them while simultaneously creating a marine ecosystem in the middle of a desert was to stretch the mostly British team who took charge of the project. The road ahead was bumpy and very noisy.